All right, everybody. Welcome to Foam After Dark podcast. I'm your host, Blaster Arms. Hope everybody's been having a lovely week. It's Monday, as we always say. We're here to make your Monday suck a little less. Hold on a second. Of course, I'm having technical issues, so that's just the way it always goes. Like, for some reason, my chat window is gone. Somewhere around here is the button that I'm looking for, and I've lost it. So, oh well, we'll keep moving on, and hopefully nothing else breaks. So, first I want to say welcome in. Glad to see Strife and CR Nerf here. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and do all this stuff first thing in the morning or this evening, however it works. A couple things to go over today. Really, the only thing as far as new product releases and such is we have Dart Zone, the magazines for their Switcheroo Blaster, the 20 round magazines. Those are available on their website. Well, they're not available today. I just checked and screen capped this today, and they're out of stock. But they weren't in stock last week. But I didn't expect them to stay in stock. I don't expect them to stay in stock for very long. So if you want to know when they come back in stock, join us on the Foam After Dark Discord, and we usually post something like when stuff like this that's high demand items like come back in stock and go out of stock and come back in stock and such like that. These are neat. The couple local guys have that blaster, and they love these mags. They say they run perfectly good. I think they're pretty nice because it's nice to have a 20 round magazine that's only in the $15 range for a pair now, instead of 18 rounds for like $20 a piece. So it's a nice, refreshing change. But of course, like with mass production, comes better or more options. But yeah, so if you have an Axis Switch, I'm curious if you like it. And if you do, just let me know. Throw it in the chat or make a comment. What has really happened this week, though, and I know I mentioned it last week about the whole Merge Masters thing and that I didn't get mine done, but a lot of other people got theirs done. Hold on a second, I gotta fix something here. It's driving me crazy. I couldn't stand having a crooked head. If you sent me a link, I didn't see it, Strife. Or if you posted in the chat, no, it didn't go through. So CR Nerf. Oh, you have one of the Access Switch Pros. Oh, like it enough to get rid of your Vector. That's saying a lot. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I'll have to get you permission, Strife. I don't know how to do that on the fly. Oh, probably because I'm not logged in. So of course it's not gonna let me give you permissions because I'm not logged in. And I can't get my chat window to pop up to post it myself. That's fantastic. Nope. Yep. I just clicked another wrong button. Oh well. Everything's going haywire. There we go. All right. Had to move some stuff back around. Yeah, man, all these buttons and some of these panels. I don't know which one does what. One of the things that one of the things that I want to go over is the other builds. I see like you've been building on a build, Strife, that's pretty neat, but you didn't get your merge masters build done. I guess it's the way it goes sometimes. You got to work on the things that you're inspired to work on. Yeah, sometimes streaming is hard. It um, I am not exactly professional. Uh, the Merge Master stuff though. So Merge Master's finished up. It was May, or the build time finished up. The last day to finish builds was May 7th of this year of our Lord 2026. And if you didn't catch the stream on Sunday where Wizard Gaster and Mr. Nathan went over the final entries, I just want to run through them real quick. I just want to share them with you and talk to you guys about like how to go and vote. And we'll post some links. Maybe if I figure out how this thing works, if I can get my screen to pop back up, we'll post some links on where to go and vote. But if you want to see them in person, I'm air quoting here, you can join the Mr. Nathan's Merge Masters Discord, and all the information and such that you'll need is there. You can see the build logs all entirely by yourself, peruse them at your own leisure. And of course, all the voting information is in there as well. Like a baby juggling shiny keys. Uh, Strife says that he gets distracted easily. That's why he didn't finish his build, because he got distracted with another build. I see. Okay, that's why you didn't watch the stream. Is storms. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'm gonna go over a couple of these, or actually, I'm just gonna run through them. I'm not gonna go over like big detailed things. I just wanted to show them off, and hopefully you see something that will either inspire you to create, or at the very least, take the time to make it worthwhile, make it worth your while to go show somebody their appreciation by going and voting for them. This is an open contest, so it's only you going and voting for the participants that makes it the awards. I'm not sure how to say that. Words are hard, streaming's hard, all this stuff is, I don't know, too much to do off the top of the head, I guess. I don't know. Without further ado, though, we have the Merge Masters. So there were three. Let me turn it back off. So there were three. There were three brackets this year, and the first kind of beginners bracket was called Wistful of Blasters. The second one was called a few blasters more, and then the third one was called Defoam, De Blasters, and De DevCon. And they were tiered accordingly. So first time participants, people have never built anything before, would be in Wistful of Blasters. If you've built integrations and stuff before, or not your first time kind of deal, then you go to a few blasters more. And if this isn't your first, if this is your fifth rodeo, or you've won one of the Merge Masters before, then Defoam, De Blasters, and the DevCon would have been the competition bracket for you. And yeah, and we'll go with the first one. We'll start with the newbies. Always like seeing what people, fresh perspectives. This one was Mr. Fox, and he called it Project Howler. And the final project, I'm just going to scroll through the build log, and then this you can see is the final product. It's pretty neat. Really interesting work that he did there. Can't do the video because I don't have control over the audios right now, because my switchboard's not working right now. But here's some more images on what it looked like, and it's interesting. So we'll go over like what he started with. Of course, a Strife. It's Alva Hawk or Stratohawk, or whichever one of those it is, and then the Blink Blaster, that the name escapes me, but I'm sure Strife will type it in the chat here in a second. And then yeah, little build, little wiring, little cut and paste and fitment, and then yeah, get it functional, get it cleaned up, and then get it done. And it looks good. I like it. Enough paint to kind of blend things together and kind of tie it all up without necessarily having to go overboard. And it ties it together really nicely, I think. The next one is Andromeda. And yeah, so he's watched Gale Wolf. The names are abbreviated, and I don't have a line to flip it back out. So we can slow scroll roll through the build log, and of course then we get to paint and all the final detail merging of everything together, and slowly, finally, eventually, the last few pieces are starting to take shape. And of course, everybody's got to put in a demo video to show that the blaster works. That's really the only requirement, is that it's got to function. It does have to be a fieldable blaster. Whether you're successful on the field or not is irrelevant. It just has to chuck the darts. And yeah, so that's the final product. I thought it was really neat. I love all the work that he did in that was done in masking and uh, the color segments and stuff. That it takes a lot of tedious work to get all that stuff masked, painted, finished, then go on to the next masking, paint, finish. Yeah, that's a lot of little steps there. And next is, and this is the third. So there was only three in Wistful of Blasters, and this is pretty neat. So Slingfire and the Nerf Pro thing, and wow, that's a rough cut that looks like it might have been a little roughly handled. Uh, yeah, some cutting, some fitting, some funny photos, and called it the Runt. And yeah, for some reason I can't get these pictures to pan over to where I want them to. But yeah. Oh, because I did a screen segment on it. That's why it's not moving all the way over. Oh, hey, Primate dropped in. Glad to see you, brother. All right, moving on to the next category. And let's see here. So this one's popped up. Oh, it's Cats Creatives. Calls it Blindside. And yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on in there. That is Strife, Raider, the Flip 16 or 32 or whatever. Yeah, a whole lot of business going on in there. And then for this one, I didn't go over it on the other ones, but for the entry picture, we had to make a image of our favorite Nerf tuber or Nerfer in general. Just someone we really liked. And yeah, Cats did Grim Reaper. And interesting custom battery door, putting the voltmeter and the switches on there. Of course, hyperfires. Hyperfires are a common mod. Oh, thanks for coming in, CR Nerf. Check you later, man. And yep, a little bit of work, getting it working, putting it all together. It's interesting that, you know, even in February, it was already starting to take kind of its final form really well. And the little extra, like putting pieces over pieces to make it look right. That's just integrations, and that's the way to make it look like it doesn't look like anything else without knowing what some of the pieces are. It's one of the things that I enjoy about integrations and looking at other people's work is seeing parts of blasters that I've never noticed before because somebody cut a piece of one and stuck it somewhere, and it's like that doesn't normally go there. And then a matter of figuring out like what piece that came off of, or if they say what piece it comes off of, and then you go back and look at that blaster and like, oh, you take it and you flip it upside down in your head and visually, and it's like, oh, well, that's that piece, and that's really neat. I never noticed that feature on that blaster before, and it always makes, for me, it always brings a bit of appreciation for the source product. Lots of build log. Whole lot of build log. Hope I'm not scrolling so fast that it makes somebody sick. And now we're starting to take last few steps. And kitty cats. And that's it in its final form. And of course, I can't pan all the way over. It took me a minute actually, because I was when I was first looking at this, I was like, I know that barrel from somewhere. Where it's one of the Busby ones. And then I had to scroll back up to the top and to confirm that it was the Predator, which is the later version with the slots in it. It's like I knew that looked familiar somewhere. And the next one, this one is pretty neat because, like, pretty much I think we're gonna see blasters built off of boxers for a good long while. This is the Boxer LMG, and great source material. Of course, it did a picture of Captain Xavier. That's great. And the creator started with, and I don't know if it's he or she because all the names are cut off for me because of the streaming capture. Wait, you know what? Let me see if I can disable it. Oh, there we go. Because everybody made their stuff to be available. So Wizard 207. Here we go. And hold on a second. That was oh, don't worry, I didn't go anywhere. I had to do something real quick. Sorry. Where are we at? Oh, we're scrolling through Wizard 207's Boxer LMG build. This is just really interesting work with the Boxer and I really like using the back of the Saturn for the stock, and then some Rampage parts for the over part to line it all up. And nice choice of scope. I really like this one, probably because I'm really a big fan of a Boxer, because the Boxer is simply a short dart V-twin, and I love that idea so much that I built one shortly after the V-twin came out. I did try to dip out of my own show, and then like everybody made me come back. So yeah, obligations, I guess. Thanks for dropping in though, AJ and Backyard Phone. Next in the few blasters more category, this one is pretty interesting. So it's one of those softball, the foam baseball softball launchers, and a Centurion. And the Centurion is just a great piece of base to build a blaster off of, with its grip and stock being really comfortable, kind of adult proportions without being all scrunched up. but also still usable for smaller people. I just think it's a really comfortable blaster, and that's why you'll see a lot of blasters been built off of them. And this one is no different. And it's really, I think I can get this video to play. I'm going to completely mute it. And then somewhere towards the end, yeah, here's the test firing. So it does actually work. This one is really neat. I only have a social contract. I don't have a contract. Next thing, the Power Spitter 2.0. And I'm just going over the finalists. I'm not going over everybody's build, just the people that finished. And so you can see what you're voting for. The Power Spitter 2.0. This is a V-twin stuck on top of a... why are these names always hard to remember? Like when I got a camera in my face and a bunch of people listening in. Ragefire. No, it's not. Rhino Fire. There we go. So yeah, Rhino Fire with extra disc things stuck to it to give it like this support mechanism, and then this monstrosity that just looks ridiculous and amazing all in once. It's and it does fire. I'm not gonna load this video. Yeah, it's not setting up. Oh, the previous one. Yeah, I like that one. How do you pitch to your kid without having to throw a ball? There you go. You shoot it at them. All right. Next is Clownies. Always love Clownies' work. Clownies a good guy. There's a blaster that I need to get from him at some point in time before he sells it to somebody else. But great work. Of course, everything this guy touches just comes out ridiculously cool. And massive build log. And of course, his very interesting flavor of art that I can't show because of how I have the screen apportioned. But let's go to, I'm just going to jump to the final product. And just the painting and edging and highlighting that he does on these, and then going in and doing the, whether he's using a wash or a panel lining or whatever to really show out the depths of the creases and to kind of age the work, just looks really, really cool. It's always really interesting stuff. We can kind of see in this image the other part that I couldn't show you. So it's really neat. I really enjoy the dueling pistols and kind of piratey things that he does. And yeah, those handles look ivory. When you zoom the picture all the way in, they don't, but certainly at arm's length, you would be like, wait, what? But he did. He crafted those. He crafted those up. Let's see here. Somewhere up here. Trying to not scroll so fast it makes people nauseous. Let's see if I can. Let me jump to the top. There we go. And yeah, you can see the blasters that he made it out of. A nice apportionment of otherwise piratey blasters to start with. Looks like a Mad Ball. Yeah, of course. And just incredibly talented guy. I don't know what that image was doing in there. Logos must die. And yeah, I thought I had seen where he had made it out of like little plasticky pieces. But of course, like filling in gaps and putting it smooth so it doesn't look like what it originally looked like. Somewhere. Come on. Where are you? Somewhere in here is the handly bits where he makes them look like, yeah, that's where he starts doing some scroll work for the inlay. It's really neat stuff. And yeah, that's the final product. Let's see here. And this one is called Mutually Assured Destruction. It's by Gale Wolf X. And this one, I'm going to jump to the top here because they started with like all this variety of stuff to work with, which is always cool. And then also worked with the Silly Pilot as a basis for the functionality. The Silly Shell Pilot conversion, just to get the functionality of shooting the silly shells and being able to shoot the large stuff that he was looking to do with it. And yeah, cat. And then yeah, nice paint work. Love the touches to the inlays and all the paneling and just making it look really tight, like a completed product. Like this, it's starting to look like a movie prop level of detail stuff, like the hero prop. And there's one more in a few blasters more. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. Why isn't it not letting me jump to the top? So this is the New Edge Hammer Shot by Twisted Modworks. Nice starting selection here. Lots of hammer shots this year, it seems like. Lots of hammer primed blasters. It's cyclical. They come back in and then they go away and then they come back in, and yeah. I like this. Showing off. Can't pan the screen. But I like on this image, kind of showing off how the final lay is starting to really look. And then color, more color, and all of the blended parts. I'm not a big fan of knuckle dusters. I kind of think it looks pretty sweet on here. And transition colors are always like a bit of a trick to do and not look kind of cluttered. And these nice, decently clean, some nice blends. So color transitioning can be very, I don't know, problematic, tedious. You can pick the word, but not easy. All right. And the expert category, or seasoned experience category, I guess. Uh, and I don't know which one I was on. It's probably on the last one I was looking at before. But this is Black Swan by Mystic One. And so a lot of these for Dafone, DeBlashes, and the DevCon are already cut up and put together and such like that for the finished blasters, because that's what this category was. This category was experienced creators who had a product or had a project that you were starting on that you never quite got finished, and it was kind of like a motivational thing to bring it across the finish line and share it with everybody else. uh where'd what red one go? Oh, that was just one I had up. I had the wrong one up. It switched over to like the last thing I was looking at for whatever reason, instead of where I wanted it to be. So this is Black Swarm, Mystic One. Nice whole hodgepodge of all sorts of everything. I see a long shot, I see Magnus, I see Hyperfire, Sat Rapid Strike, Stampede, a Vector. Yeah, all sorts of interesting goodness. And of course, there's a wall check to make sure that it looks good on the wall even without paint. Nice. I like the progress shots on some of these build logs, and really seeing it as they mature it and it comes together. And this is really one of the ones that's really something else. And the what it was before and what he pivoted to is just really really creative. It's just one of those kind of going with what the blaster actually wants to look like, and then it gets all the way down to the finish line, and then this is it. This nice green, this hex grid overspray, and some logoing, just really, really pulled it off at the final there. And yeah, Mystic One. There's a reason why he's into foam. The Blaster's into DevCon. And this is why right here, because this is the level of craftsmanship that Mystic One can pull off. So next one is this one. This one's by Prickly. This one was interesting. I quasi had a hand in this one only in that I sent him one of the persuaders, and then that he proceeded to then chop up and elonginate. And oddly enough, some of the things that it kind of has that so I'm kind of a fan of real steel stuff, and there's a classic pistol rifle thing called a Thompson Center Contender, and this kind of gives me that TC Contender vibes. It's a classic kind of single shot thing, and this just kind of ticks those boxes of what's interesting. And I don't remember whether this was a Snipe stock or the Power Master stock from Busby. If I scrolled up, it probably would say. But I'm trying to read. Wow, the words are quasi blurry. Oh, thanks for joining in, Mystic One. Hey, you just missed what we were talking about your stuff, man. Man, I wish I could see where it said it. But yeah, that's the stock and the way it's cut and formed to be some type of weird esoteric early 1900s art piece. Just yeah, the longum iter. And yeah, so a bunch of rotator eights. Yeah, I said persuaders before, didn't I? My mistake. Yeah, these are rotator eights. And see if I can get this to come up. But you can see the. I think he used it. It looks like there's like 4 of them in there, with the way the slots are. So there's 4 or 5 of them in there to get that slot, to get that barrel length in there, and it's really neat. This one is LPA as well. There's a little gauge down here in the bottom of the pistol grip area. There's a pressure gauge in there, and let's see if we can. I can't see it in here. Where is it? Oh, there we go. I think we can see it on that one. Nope, because screen. Man, I did a terrible job of screen zeroing on this one. Anyways, so you can kind of see it in this one. You can see that's the little pressure gauge, and that's the pistol grip. And really interesting. Prickly's done a bunch of these LPA builds, and they've come out really cool, really interesting. And yeah, just to do something different, do something novel, and just not all that common of builds these days. And just put it all together. This is a lot of work, a lot of effort. I really like this one. And yeah. Let's see here. So AJ says Prickly's blasters makes him want to hit the gym in order to wield them. Yeah, some of them are beefy, as far as they're kind of weighty for some of the things. I mean, he's got one that uses a Steadicam rig to hold it because it's just that heavy. And all right, rolling on, and Defoamed Blasters into DEFCON is Apeliotes. And this one's by Boo Boo Yaga. Okay. A lot of Eastern European traditional stuff going on in here. So yeah, this is what they started with, and it's really cool is that there's actually an image of what they originally started with before they got to the this chopped part, and then yeah, scrolling along, and oh, nice color. I like that color. Nice separations, nice segmentation. Somebody want to share with me what the 403 is, because I'm checking the notes and I'm not seeing it. If somebody in the chat wants to let me know what the 403 reference is, or if it just doesn't reference anything, if it's just, something to throw in there and add some arbitrary detail. And yeah, finishing off with a long shot peg. I mean, that's just great. Just nice. So it's kind of interesting. It kind of looks like a surge fire, but without being completely trash, um, because that's what surge fires kind of are. They surge when they want to fire, and they'll shoot like 3 darts and then not shoot anything. But I like this one. Of course, I'm a big fan of anything mega. The whole point is sometimes to be silly and ridiculous and all that stuff all at once. And man, just putting this on the big screen. I wish I had done the segmentation better for this screen capture, because this is just, I give a lot of credit and all that other stuff and to people that, like, we've seen the blends, we've seen the masks and stuff like that, and sometimes, man, just a solid color, beautifully executed, just something to admire. And yeah, there's a lot of skill that goes into a good final coat paint job, but there's also a fair amount of luck. And sometimes, like, you can do everything right, and for whatever reason, the atmospheric pressure, temperature, humidity, angle that you held the spray can at was just wrong, and the mix didn't go through right, and your paint just doesn't look. And then this, man, just a nice finish coat there. All right. Hey, Dead Man's Phone, thanks for joining. Yeah, this one is a heck of a teal color. I agree with AJ. Teal is a nice color. It's not my color. I'm glad it's your color, but I do like some teal. Teal, even when it rolls into like seafoam green and a little bit of aquamarine. Yeah. Let's see here. Got a few more to go through. Where are we at? Oh, yep, here we go. This one's done by another super professional. So professional, he is Al. This one's Rainbow Al. And yes, this is some of the craziness that he started with. And yeah, started a build video there. And man, so some of these lines that are coming together with this Retaliator and the Strife, and just that's a really interesting convergence there. All right. Yeah, just, man. And the stuff nestled inside of the other stuff is just, again, there's another person who definitely, there's a reason why they compete in the master builders. You can be a master builder in the master builders level. And just see if I can get this to pan. Oh, there we go. Oh, a little bit better. It probably helps that this is like my favorite bipod. The Centurion bipod. There's just something about it that just, it looks right. I think that's the Centurion bipod. It looks like it. I could be wrong though. Yeah. Yeah. And then give it some wood grip. Yeah. Just, and the use of the Centurion for the shroud around the around the scope. It's just nice. Just all around well done. Rainbow classic. He's a professional. Uh, just really great stuff there. Jolt for scale. uh, AJ looks like a slick sci-fi railgun. Actually, yeah, it does. Um, very much looks like belongs in some famous. Pick one because it could belong in any of the sci-fi IPs. Oh, good point, AJ. Good use of a double dealer mag. Yeah, by painting the accent and making it blend. Yeah, this is nice. Again, we're in the blue greens, the teals, the sea foams, the aquamarines. Yeah. Next one. Grim Reaper 2458. Again, professional. Just always super complicated, super busy, super detailed. I like the weathering, the griminess, and how it was applied on this one. Sometimes I like griminess, sometimes I don't. On some things it pulls off well. On this one, yeah, that's pretty good. So this is the Paper Wasp by Grim Reaper 2458. Let's jump up to the top real quick and see what he started with. Yeah, Raven. Is that a Mediator barrel? Raven, Mediator barrel, I think. And long shot or something like that. But I guess I could read the. See here, 5 Ravens from random cutoffs. 2 long shot front guns. That's what it is, and a Mediator barrel. Yep. And then the stock in from a Rattler. That's nice. I like the Raven stock in, but man, it is a little too small. So AJ says the weathering makes it look like a Sergeant Major's blaster's been through 20 major space battles. 20 space battles? More like 20 campaigns. Yeah. It spent more ammo. It spent so much ammo it has its own line item in the annual budget. Oh, yeah, this is the red one. Yeah, this was the red one that you were asking about because this was the one that happened. I was looking at it last before I started the stream, and yeah, so that's what it popped back up to. All right, a couple more to get through. All right, this one is that's up to the top. Twisted Mod Works Reverse Straven, and I remember looking at this and trying to figure out what was the Reverse Straven part. Oh yeah, because it actually uses the Raven. Man, this one looks so good. This one looks so good that it's almost got me convinced that a Raven and a Rapid Strike were left alone, unattended too long. And 9 months later, this thing came out. Yeah, really, this thing's really good. And of course, final product. Let's see if we can panel it over here. Man, that's so good. course, what do we got here? Right here, of course, there's the part of the Centurion. So it's always either like the Centurion or the Stampede or the Vulcan. The front pieces of those blasters like wind up being cut off and panelized right here. All right. And last, not because it's least, only because it's down on the bottom of the list, is Frostbite, a minimized Nerf evader by, is that Emperor Nelson? Emperor Relson? Nope, Emperor Nelson. Okay. The funky Gothic font was throwing me off. Interesting to use an evader and then paint over it. Did they light code enough that you can still that it's translucent? I don't think so. But it, it does. That looks distinctly different with the Rapid Strike stock and the way the evader. Yeah, that's something different. Yeah, I don't even like evaders, and I like the way this thing came together. Trying to see what he did with the man. That's interesting. And then the poly cleared through. Oh, there we go. That's nifty. So Emperor Nelson, nice job on this one. Nice job on all of them. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that stands out to me. It's gonna be a hard vote. If you want to vote, hold on a second. I had that. Where was it? Oh, come on. Where was the link? There's a link somewhere. And dang it. Okay, well, I cannot pull up the link. The tab that I had it on got closed out because I closed it out while I was trying to get other things to work. And in the process, I broke other things. So, well, AJ, glad you can join us, and catch you later, man. As for where we go, where's the notification? Somewhere there's a notification. All right, I'm still trying to. All righty. Oh, man. Now I'm trying to figure out where the... Okay. I don't know where the link is. I'll try to post it uh, in the show notes or something. And yeah. So that's really, really all I had to go over today. Man, it's been an hour. It's been a good time. Just want to say thanks to everybody that came in, joined in, jumped in. For those of y'all that had to split out early, I hope you catch me on the rewind. And of course, flip the switches, push the buttons, do all the thingy things. Thanks for joining us this week. Had a great time. Thanks for everybody that looked over this stuff with me in the chat and opined with it. I love the feedback. And you can join us next week, every Monday at Blasted Arms YouTube channel, and it's Foam After Dark. And join us next week. Same dart time, same dart channel. Peace out, people.